All right. I assume we
Hello.
are live.
Hello, hello, hello.
So, this is Dead Cells, the second Dead Cells run, actually, of the marathon, which is exciting.
Yeah, it's super hype. So we've done a lot of game breaking in the last few months on Dead Cells, and all of our runs have shifted quite drastically on the 1.7 patch, which is what we're going to be playing on here. So we're not currently patched onto the live patch of Dead Cells because the wonderful devs, which we love, accidentally patched one of our fun tricks that we're going to be doing later on into the run. So we've had to down patch to a previous version of the game, but we're really excited to showcase some of the cool new tricks that we've been working on in the community.
Indeed. It's to put into perspective, when I did this at the last Rogue-a-rama, I think my time was close to around about 20 minutes. We're probably going to be about the same length of time, but
Yeah.
but it's a lot safer run too. But hey, we've got two runners, so twice the chance of screw-ups, right?
So just something to kind of preface the run with. So we've set up the seeds in the run, so we're going to be running on the same seeds. However, as any good roguelike game, there's going to be some variations in our runs, because depending on what items we do or don't unlock through the game, it's going to deviate our seed lines for things like that pop up in time doors. So we could be getting different loot drops throughout the run, which could drastically change what the speed looks like depending if somebody gets a better or worse weapon out of their time doors.
Mm-hmm. Level generation will be the same, however, so we could listen in and
So it's
say, "Oh,
pretty
I got."
fair.
Someone would say, "Oh, I got the exit," and the other person will think, "Oh crap, I went down the wrong way."
Yeah.
Anyhow, I think we are set to go. So if you are at the door,
Yep.
and if we are set on time, we will go on. Well, go counting down from three,
Take it away.
three, three, two, one, go. Clarkle. Just go 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I found the exit. No, that's not the case. So this is Prisoner's Quarters. This is where every good run will start. And also
And
where
where
every bad
most
run
good
will
runs
start.
die.
Indeed. So most of us are going to be aiming for brutality here as the stat that we're going to be focusing on, primarily because brutality has the most good main hand weapons, which will make it a little bit easier for us to find, well, good main hand weapons. I think I'm one of the few people that still does survival based for.
Yeah, I don't. I tried to do one earlier today, and I died to a curse chest, but that's a different story.
That level generation was a little bit.
That was a really good PQ, actually. I liked that. That was a good layout.
I'm quite a bit behind because I got confused by the vine rune spot on the way down.
I mean, I picked up a nutcracker, so I'm on my way out.
I am not as lucky because I decided to pick up the frying pan.
Oh, I picked up the frying pan too. So our seed generation is going to be the same, right? The Vorpan from the shopkeeper, which is one of the first things that could deviate our RNG.
Did you get the nutcracker from the time door? Because
No, it was just sitting on the floor.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Tells you how much I was paying attention, I guess.
So I'm going to be looking to pick up a wolf trap or something that I can stun enemies with, so I can proc crits with the nutcracker, this is one of the more popular weapons to do fresh file runs with.
So this is the one mandatory rune that we have to fight against.
Well, technically two. There's the custom mode rune, which you have to fight at the start of Ramparts.
Yeah, true.
So you go through 2 of the runes, and then you get one from the incomplete one, or Concierge, which is the first boss.
There is a way to skip that rune on a fresh file, but it tends to be a little bit slower, and requires good level generation, which is rare.
Yeah, it's very rare. You have to get the assault shield pretty much in order to skip that, the first fine fight, which is super uncommon.
I'm already regretting not going for survival.
Because you saw the notch bow?
The notch bow, and I've only been getting survival scrolls. Such is life.
I'm gonna gamble and fight for this legendary. I think it's a bow? Oh my god. Just because I have a bit of a lead, I'm gonna gamble and go for this. And it's not worth because these enemies, these zombies, keep walking around. Oh, it was an ice bow.
Ice crossbow is... it could be worse.
I'm actually just gonna take this Nutcracker Plus. I think that's better.
Nope, I want to go Assault Shield.
So you've caught up now that I spent a bunch of time mucking around.
A little bit, yeah.
Legendary.
I decided to pick up the firebrands that were in a little secret area off by the elevator. We'll see if that's
the one up top.
Yeah. I like fire. I mean, honestly, as far as like fresh file weapons, I actually quite like firebrands.
It lets you do a hitless on the concierge fight if you manage to not get ticked by his red ring attack.
It's a lot easier for me, at least. And yeah, we got instant ramparts hit, which means
down
RNG.
Into the tunnels we go.
Yep. So for perspective, some of the levels have a little bit of level generation hints that we can keep an eye out for. In this case, it's a little T shape that you saw at the very start of this level indicates that the exit is down below. Because it's the first thing we saw, it also means that we have the worst possible luck.
Yeah, naturally.
No, not quite worth. Yeah, this would, if we were doing personal best PB attempts, this would definitely be a reset.
I'm a little low on damage, so I'm just gonna take this challenge room.
Challenge room. I am actually really bad at finding those.
I just have a good eye for them, I think.
Indeed, what Blargle has stated there is very much true. It could be anywhere. I'm just going to assume it's at the very end, because that's usually how my luck works. And also, I don't want to go down that one anyways, because there's not a teleporter at the top.
This was a really long challenge room. I'm kind of having regrets. And I'm just taking infinite amounts of damage, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I've got... At least I'm gonna be healthy. Well, I'll get the heal before the first fight, so... that should be okay. Yeah, those challenge rifts are a little bit hard to spot if you're not... my minimap is not changing, so that means that this is definitely the... This is a really bad ramparts. We're getting pretty awful RNG here. I'm gonna go for that. So... oh my god. On the bright side, we actually have quite a lot of damage. If we're going through every single tower to get every single stat scroll, it means that, well, enemies are going to die quickly. Oh, so both Rio and I are going to be donating more money based on how many towers we have to go through in clock towers. Yep, so the worse the RNG, the more we donate. Indeed.
Yeah, they're tricky to find. I usually only spot them when I'm watching someone else play. So, first mandatory boss of the run, the Concierge. Otherwise known as Old Yeller.
Shouty boy.
Otherwise known as I'm going to be here setting him on fire for a while here, so, you know.
So I might be able to take up some time here. I'm just getting through the drop down. I lost a lot of time to these tunnels here in Ramparts.
So there is a way to cancel his red aura when you have the assault shield. I'm not going to try to do that because I am very bad at the timing.
I'm going to be trying to do that.
So instead, I'm just going to hop over him.
Also, I think I might be able to make up a bit of time too, because I'm not going to be trying to avoid taking damage. I'm just going to face tank the boss and try to get as many hits in as quickly as possible.
And I got hit. So,
And that's the drawback of trying to do the flawless, is that if you do miss, it's quite a punishment because you've gone out of your way pretty far to try to knock it.
Such is life. And yeah,
he's dead. I'm gonna look for a wolf trap here.
That's risky, but you know what? Double damage on an infantry grenade? Sure.
I'm passing on that. I hate taking double damage. So seeing as I haven't picked up a wolf trap yet, I feel a lot safer taking these twin daggers.
I am being crazy. Not as crazy as just taking the twin daggers though, because I don't like twin daggers as much, even though I probably should have taken it.
Twin daggers will give me good DPS, and I don't have to rely on trying to find a wolf trap to fight Timekeeper in a reasonable manner.
I still have a bit of an ace in the hole though, because I ended up picking up a amulet that has extra jumps, which means that something that you can't normally do in a fresh file run. Get hit by spikes at the very top of that tower, because, of course.
Oh, we had really good RNG, so the skip really didn't save a whole lot. The second key is like right there.
Darn.
So I'm already on my way out.
Of course you are.
Well, I'm headed to the exit door. I'm not completely done just yet.
So I think we're actually pretty close in terms of
yeah, we should be pretty close going into Clock Tower. And this is
where
the
it all
dies. It's gonna split off pretty hard if we end up taking a slightly different path.
Tower roulette, indeed. So tower is a worst case scenario, a 1 in 3 chance of finding the first tower where the key is at first try.
Best case 1 and 2. You can have either 4 towers or 3 towers in this biome.
Let's see if... nope, 4 towers is the maximum, or I am aware. So the way that it works is that the key is going to be behind either one of the teleport obelisks or behind a path where there's a little notch above it. So as soon as we find the key, we can easily find the exit.
Exit is easy to find it, because exit has a lack of a hint. There's nothing, it's just an empty tower at the start.
pig followed by a
Dark
nice
Tracer.
little critter.
Yeah, you almost always have at least one Dark Tracer chasing you through towers.
As is tradition. I think this first tower is,
I think this is key.
I hope it's not. Well, maybe it is. We'll see.
And I've got 14 brutality.
I'm sitting at 12, which is not as good. Yeah, it is key.
It is key! Yay!
Alright, well.
Blessed. So
God for
we're
that.
only gonna have to go up 2 of the towers, so.
So now that we've found the exit, we just need to go find all of the paths that don't have... I am going to take this scroll for safety.
Same.
Because I'm sitting at 1 survival, and...
Oh, I have a bunch of survival. I've got 4 now.
I have a lot more tactics for some reason. Run length estimate is about half an hour?
We'll be done in about 18 to 19 minutes, probably.
That was actually... Huh. That was only a 3-tower...
And we just got lucky.
Alright, time to go get beaten up by the, timekeeper.
So unfortunately I don't have any fun damage multipliers on my twin dagger. So I'm not going to be able to melt through this boss, but we do have a lot of brutality, so that kind of makes up for it. Ideally you want some kind of damage multiplier in this fight. Timekeeper's just running around like crazy on me. She's not gonna play nice and stand still for me. I missed my ice grenade. So this was originally my favorite boss fight of the game. I thought this was the most fun. There we go, and she's down.
I am going to have to save time in... Well, assuming I don't die. Yikes.
So this is kind of the advantage of taking that twin daggers. It has very consistent DPS that's pretty easy to hit up a guaranteed crit on your 3rd hit.
Pay no attention to the 1% health.
Oops.
Yeah, I think Lewis's damage was a lot better than mine here, so I
I
think
had 2
he's
more
going to
scrolls.
be...
Having
Good,
2
good.
extra scrolls makes quite a big difference in those boss fights.
This is indeed fine. I'm actually going to pick up Lightspeed early here.
Yeah, same. That's what I did.
I didn't proc YOLO, which is the part that surprised me the most there.
Yeah, so we have a mastery, or a mutation in our setup that gives us basically 1 free death.
Why does it have to be?
It's like a guardian angel for us. And if you pop that early on, say in the first fight, you're kind of nervous for the rest of the run, but we can do most of these fights very aggressively, knowing that we have a get out of jail free card.
Stop fighting that elite. That elite's not going to do me any good.
Oops, it is up this way.
So my mistake there was sticking with firebrands this long. I should have done what Lewis did and
All right, So, a little nervous this boss fight. This boss fight might be a little hard. So, I'm gonna do something that's a little unorthodox, and I'm just gonna quit because I don't want to fight him.
Before people complain about that, there is a strat involved here.
And sorry, Hand of the King. I just don't want to play nice with you. Don't mind that I'm using a balanced scimitar that I haven't picked up yet to kill the Hand of the King. Or the actual king. And we're coming up on time. As soon as I press R on the fountain, that'll be time.
Meanwhile,
Hello, Hand of the King.
Congratulations, Lewis, you won.
Time. Did you die?
Maybe.
Default and victory. A double whammy.
Oh dear.
What happened? How did you die?
Let's see. Didn't have damage.
And you
I
popped YOLO.
I think I only capped out at 12 brutality, which is not good for fresh file. I was still rolling a unupgraded Firebrand as my main damage dealer, and I had a double damage infantry grenade. So, you know.
So I'm glad I skipped the double damage infantry grenade.
I took a gamble and I lost. That's how this works.
So maybe just some cool explanation. So I'm glad that I got to finish the run there because we got to showcase our hyper skip. So it took us quite a while to figure this out, but that skip that we did, we can use in any percent on every single boss. You can hyper skip past every single boss. They just don't register. You go so fast in front of them that they don't register the start of their cutscene to fight, and so you can just walk past them and exit.
In a sense, it's kind of like a backwards long jump, but for Dead Cells.
Yep, it's very similar. So
it definitely will end up getting patched at some point in the future, but while we have it, we're going to abuse it.
Yeah. So that tech, and then we've just completely changed the routing in our any percent route, because before we basically took this route for our any percent. You just ran straight through the biomes, and now we actually do any percent on 2 boss cells, and we go through a whole bunch of other biomes that we didn't go through before. We skip bosses that we didn't even fight before. So the Dead Cells runs have become really exciting, and it's been a lot of fun breaking this game over the last few months. And big shout outs to all of our community members that have put in lots of time and effort working on these bugs, trying to figure out how they work, consistent ways to set them up. Big shout outs to Evian, Rockstone, Lukey, Mad Insane, Malty, a bunch of our other members that I'm probably forgetting right now. Everyone's put a lot of work to get the runs where they are right now.
Indeed. And if you want to join in on learning how to do speedruns for Dead Cells, we have a Discord, and I mean, I think a lot of us are already in the Rogue HQ Discord as well, so feel free to ping us, ask us questions, cry with us when the patch eventually removes the ability to skip Hand of the King on fresh file.
Which it technically already has, which is why we had to down patch in order to do that skip, because that skip no longer works on the current patch of the game.
Indeed, and that's the thing. As Blargle has mentioned here, Lukey is probably one of the main reasons why we have a lot of the skips that we have now. He was stubborn in the best possible way. He kept insisting that it worked, and it does work. It works. Like
100% of the time that setup works, as long as you don't do it inside the Hand of the King boss arena, because then the Hand of the King wakes up, starts jumping, and throwing grenades at you.
And fun fact, if you get hit by one of those grenades after the cutscene's already played, your head ends up going back to your invisible body. I'm just going to leave a clip over in the Discord for later for people to watch. Anyways, that will do it for us. We'll go ahead and turn the time back over to Skip to close us out. But
thank you very much, GG Rio. Sorry about the untimely demise.
Hey, on the bright side, one of us won. One of us
finished. Yeah.
And it wouldn't be a Rogue-a-rama without me making a fool of myself. So, anyways,